If you've been following the news about travel to Europe, you've probably come across two terms that have been making headlines lately: ETIAS and EES. They sound similar, they're both related to entering the European Union, and honestly, it's easy to get confused about what each one actually means and what they imply. So we're going to quickly break down questions like, what are ETIAS and EES? Do I need the ETIAS and EES? And differences in ETIAS and EES that we're seeing online. So let's start with the EES, or the European Entry-Exit System. This system is already being rolled out. Yes, it's live now, and it's a big change in how borders in the Schengen area work. Basically, EES replaces the old way of manually stamping passports. Instead, it records travelers' entries and exits digitally. When you enter or leave a Schengen country, your biometric data like fingerprints and facial scans will be registered in a central database. This helps EU authorities automatically check how long non-EU citizens stay within the region and ensure travellers don't overstay their 90-day limit within any 180-day period. Now, this might sound a little intense, but the goal of the EES isn't to make travel harder, it's to make it more efficient and secure. By moving from manual passport stamps to automated checks, border control agents can process travellers faster, and the system instantly flags any irregularities. That means shorter lines, fewer errors, and a more consistent record of travel across all EU borders. And don't worry, unlike ETIAS, the EES doesn't require any prior application or extra steps on your side besides showing up at the airport. So where does ETIAS come in? ETIAS stands for the European Travel Information and Authorization System, and this one does require an online application to get electronic authorization to enter the EU. While EES automatically tracks travellers when they enter or leave, ETIAS will screen travellers before they even arrive in Europe. It's similar to the ESTA used for travel to the US or the ETA used by the UK and Canada. Basically, travellers from visa-exempt countries like the US, UK, Canada, Australia and many others will soon need to apply for the ETIAS authorization before boarding a flight to the Schengen area. This authorization isn't a visa, but it does require you to fill out an online form, pay a small fee, and go through a quick background check. Most applications will be processed within minutes, though in some cases it might take a few days if additional verification is needed. Once approved, an ETIAS will be valid for 3 years or until your passport expires, whichever comes first, and will allow short stays of up to 90 days within any 180-day period in the Schengen area. Now, about the ETIAS rollout timeline. It's been delayed several times. It was first expected to launch in 2021, then pushed to 2024, then 2025. And now the latest projection places its rollout in the last quarter of 2026. However, that date isn't fully confirmed yet. The main reason for these delays is that ETIAS depends on the full implementation of the EES system. In short, ETIAS can't start until EES is completely operational and stable. That's exactly what's happening now. The EES rollout has faced some technical and logistical challenges, especially around syncing data between EU member states, upgrading border infrastructure, and ensuring strong cybersecurity for sensitive biometric data. So while EES is technically live, some regions are still fine-tuning their systems before ETIAS officially launches. A lot of people online have been commenting about these changes. Some even worry that the new systems could discourage travel to Europe. And yes, for frequent travelers, adding a pre-travel authorization and biometric checks might feel like extra steps. But once both systems are running smoothly, the EU expects border crossings to become faster, safer and more efficient, reducing errors and fraud. For now, there's no action required from travellers planning a trip to Europe soon. EES is handled automatically at the border and ETIAS isn't live yet, so if your country is visa exempt, you can still travel under the current rules. If you're unsure about your travel requirements, you can easily check using our visa checker tool at iVisa.com. Just select where you're travelling from and where you're going, and you'll see everything you need to know. Since both systems are evolving, it's important to stay informed, and that's where we come in. At iVisa, we're tracking every update and we'll keep you posted as travel rules develop. Our goal is to make sure you're always prepared when these systems go fully live, so your future trips to Europe stay smooth and stress-free. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you have any questions about how EES or ETIAS might affect your future travels, drop them in the comments. We'll be happy to help. Thanks for watching and safe travels.